What's going on, everybody? It's David Palmer, the Leo King, and this is my show, Uncut Astrology, where I take off the veil and go deep into the week of the astrology of May the 6th through the 12th, 2015. Hope everybody's doing wonderful. I'm sure you were rocked this last weekend with that full moon in Scorpio, exposing so much, and having Jupiter square, you know, the great guru, the great teacher, squaring things. I think, you know, Scorpio is very bipolar, and actually every sign's bipolar if you really look at both sides. But when you deal with the fixed signs, it's either you have it or you don't, you know, and there's kind of this like awakening in what you have in your life and what you're grateful for, what you're excited for, and what you think hell is and where you don't want to be. And it's a very odd combination. And if we look at where the astrology is, it's at an odd place, right? You know, we've come off this extreme full moon and we're coming into this week. We've been through a brutal 2015 of energy, just all over the place. And I believe that after this great awakening that we've had through the full moon recently, and as we step into the energy of now, with the sun that's trying Pluto change, we're all ready for change. We're all stepping into this change. And there's going to be a lot of new places to go. I believe that this is new destinations in our life, new chapters unfolding, a new excitement for these chapters. But I'm calling this the week of certain roadblocks or checkpoints before we go there. That's because Mars is finishing in Taurus and then moving into Gemini this week. And that's an exciting place for Mars because it definitely gets everybody riled up. You know, Mars, when he comes into Gemini, the bugle horns out, move here, do this, let's go. You know, it's Mars in Gemini is, let's get it going, let's get all these things stimulated, let's get the environment buzzing, let's buzz the energy, let's get it going. So a lot to get towards this weekend now of getting going and a new buzz in the air of life, yet Saturn is opposing Mars. Mars and Saturn typically don't get along, and it's a big opposition. But Saturn and Sag is saying, before you get all this Gemini youthful energy excited and you buzz around to where you want to go, where's the long term? Saturn and Sag is about the long-term lesson, the long-term destination of things. Just don't buzz something up without, you know, understanding the full repercussions or understanding exactly where it's all going. This doesn't mean you can't have what you want, but I think that Sag in Sagittarius, you know, with Saturn there, is asking for you to just really open up to all possibilities, to make sure that when you buzz and you excite and you open up these ideas in your life, these new directions, that you really have all of the understanding, you know, the long-term understanding. This is where you ask the advice from others. You ask the advice of your parents. You ask the advice of a great counselor in your life before you make these big decisions. There's like a lot of opening to be done. And I think that the checkpoint is to make sure that you see that no matter what we try to move towards to, there will be some sort of like, sometimes frustration or some delay or block to have you look at something before you just go into it. Doesn't mean it's bad. But there's like lessons surrounding the areas we're moving into our life right now. And it's interesting because Mercury, right, is in Gemini, and that adds to more stimulation and that adds to more of things moving. But Mercury's about to stop because it goes retrograde in the next like week and a half, right? And Mars and Mercury are coming close again. And when they were together, that was an intense energy. And so if you start to see, there's going to be a lot buzzing, a lot moving. But with Saturn opposing, you gotta like take your time. This is also a lot of other weird angles going on. We got Jupiter quincunx Pluto. If you don't know what that is, that's a weird angle between Jupiter and Pluto in Leo and Capricorn. That here's this long-term destination, this betterment for the long term that our heart has to confront. You know, it's one thing to open up the happiness in your life and go for what you want, but Pluto and Capricorn kind of asks you to make sure like that with your happiness, Like, what if you did something good with it? What if you aligned it into kind of a best for your long term and your betterment of your life too? So, like, there's a lot about going into better places now that are exciting but have spiritual growth behind them, have more of an elderly, a more wiser position. This isn't about moving into the most extreme party of your life. I think the more you try to go towards just a party and just an exciting place without some sort of value behind it or some sort of growth behind it, I think you'll see the closed doors. But I think if you're moving into energy that opens up a much more kind of wiser way, an elderly way, even though you might think like, oh, it doesn't have to be like an old, like, you know, retired like person way, because I believe that it doesn't matter how old you are in this world, there's this beauty behind just wisdom. And it's about wisdom. This is about moving into wise places. And you might have never believed, with all the Pluto, Scorpio energy we just had, this is bringing great change that kind of came out of nowhere, I'll be honest, with Jupiter there and all that stuff. We also got Venus, which is in Cancer, starting to trine Neptune this week. So feel good. Where does it feel good and wise and good for the long term? It kind of is, you know, moving into that kind of energy. And that's where the chapters or the checkpoints are. Because in many ways, I think that this is us realizing that Earth is stabilizing. But it is our neurotic self that went through chaos and has gone through so much that we're having to change who we are to match Earth's vibration. Like, you can't, it doesn't matter how guru you are, how perfect your life you think has been recently, that nobody escapes the fact that we all went through a crazy shock on Earth. That we all, it's like a diver that dives at the bottom. You just can't go up to the surface. You gotta blow your nose and let the pressure out so you don't get, I forgot the name of that thing, but so you don't blow your head out. Like, in order to get back to the surface of life, we're all having to take breaks and repressurize and go up, and repressurize and go up, and repressurize and go up, because the Earth actually is stable. But individually, our souls have gone through so much that we need to make great change in a more wiser place in our life and make new decisions and new parts of ourselves that we've never done before to recalibrate and vibrate with Earth. Because it's not Earth and it's not the reality that is going crazy. It's that we as souls and spirits have changed and gone through so much that we have to vibrate differently to match our reality now. And this means there's excitement around learning, there's excitement around growing up, there's excitement around doing what's better in the long run, eating your vegetables kind of energy and liking it, you know? Because what this is about is clearing all of your deep stuff and exposing where hell can be in your life and how to get out of that. Mars is up in the Pleiades right now, which is the greatest star system of bringing light to your life and the ancestors of humanity. But with Saturn opposing it, you just can't just go be this light being right now and just be, I'm a beautiful light being. Just saying it doesn't make you it anymore. There's a great teacher weeding out, even those in the spiritual community and those around, there's a great weed out going on in life with people and our own selves, that even every spiritual master, doesn't matter how high you are on the level or how great you think you are, sucks crap at it right now. Like, everybody's on a fair playing field right now. So don't think that, you know, anybody's better than you or anybody's got it figured out better than you or anything like that, because we all are having to take the same test at the same time. And remember that every other big guru or wisdom or teacher right now is going through extreme chaos that has to change too. In themselves. Trust me, I am no... I have just not been... I have been humbled on my knees, and I'm even taking off my Leo King crown and realizing, man, there's, that's just personally, like, man, I'm rebooting my whole life right now. I've been through a lot, But thank the universe and thank God for astrology to know what's going on and to understand. And this is about becoming wiser now, becoming older, becoming more ingrained in a better part in your life and who you could really be, and moving towards that and being excited about that you can be excited about that. And by changing who you are, you vibrate better now with the earth that's revibrating. By opening up your heart and growing up and doing it for the best for yourself, going in the area that's the best for you, instead of just the party, or just blowing it off for another month, or just doing whatever you want to do to just like, I want to just go have fun and just be this light being and be free. I think that the earth that we're in right now is requiring us all to step up and grow up right now. And to become wiser, to become better, and so we can face our problems. But just know that you're not in this alone. You're not in this alone. And the sun sextiles Chiron this week, so there's definitely a lot to heal. There's definitely a lot to trust in spirit with and go with the flow. And when the roadblock does come up, the roadblocks coming up in your life are just to show you where you can grow up more and how to accomplish more and how to rise up in your life, to be wiser and more open-minded, more open, and teaching you ways to be more open in your life. Because really the great teacher right now is about being open and wider and seeing that there are other options out there than just the little ones that you might think there are. That there are great ones. No matter what that lesson is, and I guarantee you there will be lessons this week, but they are to show you another beautiful way, or to make you better and much brighter. Join me on my daily app if you want to get access to my daily astrology horoscopes. That's how to support me for doing these videos. It's $5.99 for the month, and you get access to a daily video horoscope, not only for love and relationship, daily tarot, but my daily horoscope. And I also do my weekly sun sign horoscopes as well. That's how to support me right now. And my monthly horoscope is up if you want to get that as well. That's on my website. But I'm thinking about you guys. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. It's not that Earth's gone crazy, it's we're all crazy. And we're all having to adjust, and we're all having to grow up, and we're all having to be wiser, and we're all having to go into some new directions now that are exciting. But it's the growth of the excitement that I think is what's so powerful. And don't be afraid of change, because I think that this is a great time to get excited for what you really want in your life. Thanks again for all the support, everybody. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you on the next Uncut.